We are live and direct from SHRM 2018 in Chicago. I'm Rick Bell, Editorial Director for Workforce Magazine, and I'm here with Amy Dufrane of the HR Certification Institute. Amy, welcome to Chicago.
Thank you so
welcome
much.
to our very first live stream.
That's great.
This is really exciting for us. So let's just get right down to it. So we're going to talk about HR credentialing and a few things that's going on with the Institute. So what's been the early buzz so far that you've heard here at the conference?
Well, I think folks are really excited to be here in Chicago. They're excited to connect with their fellow HR practitioners and learn more about what's going on in the industry and learn more about HRCI, of course. Coming by and chatting with us, and the folks that we're speaking to are really proud of their certifications and are proud to display them on their badges, and we're excited to be here to support them.
Good, that's awesome. All right, so what is the value of an HR credential?
So we have been certifying folks for more than 43 years. We're the gold standard. We've certified more than 500,000 people. And the value is, for you to become certified, is that you are demonstrating your passion for the HR profession. You are investing in yourself. You're making sure that your company has best-in-class HR practices. Our certification holders are both from small and large organizations, and they have decided to make this investment in themselves. It makes them better as an HR practitioner. We've done research around this, both independently and ourselves, and people who get certified by us make more money. They're more satisfied in their careers. Their companies have better cultures than people that are not certified. So there is value not only to the individual but to the business to be a certified HR practitioner. And we have the data to prove that being a PHR and SPHR certification holder, and of course we have certifications no matter what your journey is in the HR profession, from a foundational level to if you're practicing cross-border communication or cross-border HR, there are certifications for you.
No, I think I've heard that people make more money when they have, like you were saying, they make more money when they have their credentials.
Yep.
And so, like for a PHR versus an SPHR, do you have dollar figures for that?
We do. We've done some research around that, and if you're a certified and non-certified PHR holder, it's between $20,000, a $20,000 differential between being a certification holder. For an SPHR, it's more about $30,000 difference in being a non-certified person and a certified person. So
make more money.
That's
Get
right.
your credentials.
But you don't want to tell your boss that, right?
No,
because they may say, wait.
Right,
But you want to tell your boss, I'm more invested in you as a company. I'm more invested in the profession, and I'll make our culture better than it is, and reduce risk.
That's the value there.
Right.
So my understanding is that you recently received your ISO recognition.
Right.
ISO meaning, and then what's the value of that recognition?
Right. So we have always made sure that our certifications are accredited, and it takes some time to do that. It's not an overnight process and investment, but we have made sure that our certifications are best in class. They're following very rigorous standards that are approved by the industry and foundation, really looking at that. And so our certifications are accredited, and there are two main bodies that do the accreditation, either ANSI or the ICE certification bodies, and in the U.S. and about 99.9% of organizations that have their certifications accredited use those bodies for certifications. But those are more domestic, right? So if you have a certification that is outside of the U.S., which we have certifications that are developed by experts outside the U.S., we are participating in a global community. So we have people from every continent who are part of our development process. And what we've gone through is a very rigorous process to get the International Standards Organization, which is ISO. We've gone through that process to get 17024, which is a standard for best-in-class certification programs from a global perspective. And we have gone through that process. It took us over 2 years to do that. Because you have to have, there's all sorts of things that you have to do. But for us, that recognition is important to the global community because, in fact, when something is ISO accredited, in some countries, in some, that's the law.
Yeah.
And so we're proud of that. We're proud to be able to say this emphatically, that we've got this and that we've invested that money to make sure that it happens.
That recognition is primarily in manufacturing, but it's also for credentialing as well.
It is in credentialing, and I'm part of a group that's setting standards for the HR practitioner. It's called TC260, and I'm part of that group, and really excited to continue to move the efforts forward from a standardization of HR practices globally. Because HR around the world it's evolving. It's at different levels globally, and so we're excited to help to continue that evolution to make that happen.
Nice. All right, so the learning methods have changed over the years. So how is HRCI keeping up with the different methods of learning?
Right. We have become a lot more progressive in that learning space. One of our newest initiatives has been in the e-learning space with a product called Upskill. So what we're doing, you can use your technology on your platform, and where and when you have the capability to learn more, we have the capability to provide that to you. And our newest e-learning tool, which we've called Upskill, is Workforce Analytics. This will be the beginning of a suite of offerings that we have for individuals that are not only in HR but are in businesses that want to know more about how do we get the most out of our workforce analytics and how can we make sure that we're doing that in a very progressive way. So we're excited about this. We know that people are really, really busy, especially in HR. It is a really busy profession, and so we're trying to help people to learn when they have time to do it after they put the kids to bed or they're commuting home, and the capability to do that on their handheld device.
Because there was a time when people would gather. They would literally gather because we got to prep for our certification. That's not necessarily, I'm sure that still occurs, but we've seen the advent of e-learning and micro-learning and all these different applications.
That's right.
So HRCI is obviously trying to keep up with that.
Absolutely. And some people, everybody learns differently. So some people like a bricks and mortar methodology for learning and training, but we know that there's a lot of people that don't because they don't have that time to fit it into their very, very busy lives. So we're opening up that opportunity for people to learn when they can learn and not making it in a very traditional way.
Sure. Okay, so last question for you, Amy. Why hasn't your organization and Society for Human Resource Management been able to agree on a uniform credentialing system? Doesn't that seem to benefit everybody in HR?
Right. We believe that HRCI is all about helping people and organizations be better, perform better, and that's what we're all about. We have evolved our certifications year over year to ensure that we're relevant and current. We have cutting edge. This is not a stagnant field, and neither are our certifications. And we believe that we're the gold standard. We know that organizations are asking for our certifications much more than our other organizations and competitors that are in our space. Job openings that are offering our certifications 5 times to that of our competitors. So we know that people are passionate about our certifications. We have ambassadors all over the world that are talking about the relevancy of our certifications. I'm happy to talk to anybody about how we can make the profession better. So I'm happy to have a conversation about how we can do that.
And SHRM has not reached out to you to set up any kind of a meeting?
No, they haven't. They haven't.
But you would be willing to sit down and meet with them. If Johnny Taylor walked past us right now,
I would have a conversation with him right here in front of you.
Hear that, Johnny? You can have a conversation with the HRCI people. So, well, Amy, thank you so much for coming by, and
Thanks for
we
the
really
opportunity.
appreciate it. And so we'll be live streaming again throughout the day. Check back on our schedule, and we'll talk to you soon.